Tech Confessional 13. Let's see. So, apologize for my tardiness. It's currently Wednesday, and I'm at my parents' house in Reno. Flew up here. Kind of was going on leave anyway, but got away from the smoke, all the fires, and all that kind of stuff. So, let me run through Sunday service. Sunday was typical Sunday. We readjusted. When I say we, I mean really Carl and Alex. They moved the speakers around a little bit. We also re-EQ'd the house, and basically we pretty much flatlined our front of house EQs and adjusted the bass a little bit, but used because we have self-powered speakers. So we use basically the volume controls on them and what have you, and the placement in order to EQ the room. Worked out pretty well. In fact, I would say it worked out really well. Overall, it sounded a lot better. One thing I'm not very happy with is that it's not as loud as it was. I don't even think that loud is really the correct term. It didn't sound more like sound reinforcement, even though I know that there was no amps, no subs, no wedges, no nothing on the stage. It just sounded more like a sound reinforcement thing to me. If you want to go sound reinforcement versus sound production. And to me, it just didn't seem like the band was really in a groove. And then, they had a couple Aviom issues. Rob played, but he didn't have his input coming into us as hot as Alex was, and he was in Alex's normal channel, so we had to turn his head amp up. The drum head amps were down real low, so we turned them up a whole bunch. By the time I figured this all out during first service, because I went out and met with the band outside, everyone's kind of just, we're just going to play and see how it goes. They never really got I just turned everything off, or I just turned everything up, or whatever. They never really got to tweak it afterwards. So if we had identified those during sound check, I think that they would have been more in a groove. Maybe I would have gotten a little bit better vibe. They sounded great. Don't get me wrong. They sounded awesome. They did a good job at worshiping. I didn't like it. It lacked to me. Carl and Tim's theory, I'm sure somehow will go into the analog versus digital realm, being that the Avioms are all digital and everything else is analog. Video, the center screen. We run S-Video out to our projectors, which I would like to eventually exchange up to VGA someday. We don't have to get really long VGA cables. We can actually use Cat5 with VGA adapters on either end, which are fairly inexpensive. The expensive part is the switching equipment, because all we have is regular RCAs or S-Video outs, which, I don't know, worked pretty well for the time, but not so much anymore. Anyway, our center screen switcher, the cable was jacked on it, I think, and it was just glitching in and out really bad during first service. So I ended up unplugging it, shutting the projector off, and just having a blank screen up on the stage, which yeah. So we need to get another cable this week. It's Wednesday, 5 o'clock, and staff meeting was today. I should have emailed them before this. Anyway. Chuck wasn't there. He was up fighting fires and doing stuff. So, we didn't get to, didn't get his expertise there as normal. We missed you, Chuck, and we're glad that you're back and you're safe. James tech directed the first show, the first service. I tech directed the second service, let John run sound. Kind of a different experience for me. Pretty much on it. The pastor kept jumping around in his notes, so Rachel had to keep going up and down and trying to figure out where he was to put up the correct slide for the presentation. And it was Pastor's Appreciation Day, and Jen, Alex's wife, Jane Bro, John, our lead pastor's assistant, Jennifer White, Alex's assistant, they all put together a very nice tribute to the pastors, so for Pastor Appreciation Day, and it went over quite well. Got them a big cake and all that kind of stuff. So What else? Radios worked out real well. We only blew one breaker. It was at the end of first service. Just got lucky. I basically just turned everything up on the lights for exit, and it's a little bit overkill at one time. Other than that, it went okay. We missed Chuck. We missed James for second service. Alex and I overslept, so we got there a little late, so I didn't help. But that was pretty good. And can't wait. And this next Sunday will probably be my last. And not looking forward to it being my last. At least not for 6. It's gonna be my last for 6 months anyway. Not forever. That's about it. And okay, there you go. Talk to you later.